It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. No matter what. Baby, you're meant to be. Y'all see all my crap in the back? I need to organize my space. I promise you. I have so much shit going on over here. It's ridiculous. Okay. So, good morning, you guys. Your girl Eunice is back. Back to bother you again. Not slang. Okay, so really quickly, there's some things that I wanted to say before we start this talk real quick about what's going on in this world, because there's a lot going on in this world, and I feel like if you are a human being that's just a human being, you're going to talk about these problems. They're going to bother you, especially if you're a black person in America. Okay, what is going on right now? Yo, it's getting deep right now. Okay, a few things that I wanted to mention though before I start this is that I don't know if you guys tuned in yesterday for the live that I had yesterday and then it deleted. Y'all, I don't know. I feel like whenever I switch my network from my regular data to the Wi-Fi, then something in between that, because I film from my phone, something between there does some glitch shit, and it doesn't catch the rest of my live. So when I upload on my phone, it only gets to the point of wherever I switch to Wi-Fi. So I'm not doing that shit no more. I switched it before. I remember to switch it before I began. So hopefully we don't have any more technical issues, okay? But let's go ahead, you guys, and let's talk about what's going on in America. Ooh, 9 to 5. Yeah, it's some shit going on right now. But I'm not surprised. And a lot of times people need to open up their fucking eyes, because I feel like people have been in denial about what has been going on. Regular people around the way, like somebody like me, people who pay attention, we have always seen what's been going on. It's in the history. There's no denying it. That's what it is. But a lot of people have been asleep. And I think a lot of people who were asleep are the ones who are saying like, oh, well, Trump brought back racism. No, he didn't, sweetheart. Racism. And that's one of the things that I fucking cannot stand hearing. When I hear people say that, to me, I just see that person as, you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on in the world. You have not been paying attention. You have been asleep, sweetheart. And so I have to always say, like history of America is history. There has been times where they try not to think about it. When it's brought up, it's kind of overlooked. No, history is history. You can't overlook that shit. Like that, it is what it is. Acknowledge it. Stand behind it. And I feel like whenever it's brought up or it's pushed or it's talked about, people want to step over it. People want to overlook it. Oh, you're bringing up what happened in the past. Oh, and to me, it's like the past. We always celebrate shit that happened in the history, right? We always celebrate history of America, what happens in people and all that shit, right? So why something as big as segregation and slavery and a mass group of one. Hold on, I'm gonna move you guys back a little bit because I think I'm rocking you guys a little bit. Am I rocking you? Because you guys are like hitting the chair. When there was like a mass amount of people that were brought over here unwillingly, may I add in, like, we didn't fucking ask to come here. Somebody fucking stole us from where we were from and brought us over here in an inhumane way. And black people weren't even considered fucking human beings. They were considered property. And you're saying something like that that's really big in history is something that shouldn't be talked about. And then if it is talked about, it's like, oh, you're bringing up the past. And this little shit that trickles down even in today. Where you hit me out, don't hit me back. Ooh, you don't know. Sorry, somebody texted me. What you do? And my voice no went off. Anyways, so it's just little things like that. And then it's so like, when you have these mass groups like the KK, when you have these, and we're going to talk about this too. When you have things like the KKK, right? And they are still able to rally. And we talked about this in my last live, I believe. I talked about this. And they're able to rally and they're able to still uphold this belief. And then the funny thing about it with that is that they try to switch that shit around, y'all. they try to switch that shit around, talking about some, oh, we're not a white supremacist group, we're not racist, we're not any of that. And they use all these fucking fancy words. I forgot the one guy. There was one guy that they fucking called out. I don't know if he tweeted out some shit talking about some, he's not a supremacist, he's some type of fancy fucking word for it. And I'm like, yo, first off, you are what you are. You're rallying. You want it to be a white only country. You don't want any other type of minority in the country. Like, stop fucking playing. Like, why are you trying to? And this is the thing too, is that they try to like sugarcoat the shit to me, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, they try to sugarcoat the shit. Like, sugarcoat the shit. Like, don't sugarcoat it. Don't back out. Be who you are. Come and be like, yeah, I'm white supremacist and I'm part of the KKK, and I don't. That's because you ain't that bold, sweetheart. You ain't that bold. Like, y'all, this shit, it drives me crazy. What you say, Erica? Now that I know your name, your name is a trick. I was like, what? I would have never known. But it's unique though. So, your mama, she was on it. That's because America was on the wrong side of history that time, so they don't want to bring it up. Everyone wants to forget or move on. And you can't forget or move on. You cannot forget or move on. That's history. Fucking acknowledge it and put it out there. Don't overlook it and try to cover it up as some just something that happened. No, fucking you. And then you wonder why these issues come back, right? These issues arise again, right? They arise again. Why? Because it was a big part of fucking history, where our ancestors, as a black person, your ancestors, your greats were enslaved. Were like, how is that not a part of, how can it not be a part of history? And that affected black people from then on. Like, that had a major effect on the black community, the black family. Like, they tore families apart. Like, yo, gave fucking black people slave owner names, gave them the names of their slave master. Like, you're gonna be so and so Johnson. Like, yo, and you can't tell me that what happened in history is not gonna arise again when it affected a mass amount of people. Like, it just fucking irks me so much. And it's just like, you got them people who are just not even here. And one of the things too I can't understand is especially when it's my own people. When you have your own fucking black people and they just don't get it. Oh, well, slavery happened a long time ago. Like, why are you guys still like? Because your great whoever was the one that was on the plantation, was the one that was on the ship, was the one that was fucking going through it, right? Like, the shit just does not fucking, like, I just cannot, like, I cannot, like, you guys don't understand, like, the shit irks me. But how can you forget history when it's repeating itself now? Segregation only happened a little over 50 years ago. I wouldn't say that history is necessarily repeating itself. What I would say is that a lot of shit is coming, because let's keep in mind, racism has never went away. It's never gone away. It may have dialed down a bit. It may have, it never went away. People who say like, oh, it was gone. No, it was never gone. The shit still existed. There were certain parts of the country that you still had a problem if you were a black person that you walked into. That's a given. And even with the KKK and the white supremacists and shit and them running around, it still shows that the racism is still here. It's not necessarily repeating itself, because we're not going back into segregation. Get the fuck out of here. You think they're going to segregate people again? Yo, it'll be war if they started segregating motherfuckers. Like, okay, well, whites only here. We will burn that shit down. But I can't say that history is repeating itself. But what I can say is that it is starting, people are starting to open up their eyes a little bit more, I feel. They're starting to open up their eyes a tad bit more. Are becoming more aware. And it's just crazy. Yeah, it's being more brought up in life. I feel brought to life. You're right, Erica, because I feel like this. When shit started to get like, when segregation ended and shit started to mix and stuff, I feel like all the people who were like freaking like racist and shit, like they kind of retracted. They was like, oh shit, we got to run back to the cave and figure out what to do, because now, we don't know what to do. And they kind of chilled, you know what I'm saying? And it was true too, because they did say that, Trump was endorsed by the KKK and all this other type stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like maybe that gave them some type of power, but still, again, they were out rallying and shit like beforehand. Like, this is nothing new. Like, they always had their little rallies and shit, but they pick strategic areas to have their rallies though. You don't see them in the middle of fucking downtown LA doing no rallies. You don't see them in the motherfucking hood doing rallies. You don't see them in Inglewood doing, like, you don't see them out here doing rallies like that. Like, and then people travel, like a lot of people that were in the rallies were out here. So they were traveling from different areas around the world to this one rally that happened out there. But they're going to consider themselves non-supremacist, non-white supremacists. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, yo, that shit don't rock with me. That shit don't rock with me at all. Like, but it's funny to me how they try to sugarcoat it. Like, we're not a white supremacist group. We are some other shit. Like, miss me all the way on that one. Yeah, and people, and another thing too is that people forget that, like you said, like with segregation and all that shit, like that was not long ago. Keep in mind that shit was not super long ago. My grandmother is 80 years old. Like when you think about even your grandparents, like they were in that shit. Like, not even, you don't have to really look back as far as like great grandparents. My other grandmother was born in what, the year 1938? Yo, do your history real quick. Think about your grandparents. Not even that. Think about your parents as well. I'm 29, so think about what America was like in 1938. Like, that shit is crazy, yo. Like, people just need to do their fucking history. And I think a lot of times, too, if, hold on. People have access to the internet. And, when you think about it back in the day, even your grandparents, like, think about your grandparents. They went through some shit in 1938. Like, you were born into a world that already didn't even accept you because of your skin tone. Like, the shit is closer than you think. It's not even that far. Like you're saying, like, segregation is not that far ago. I was born in the year 1988. Like, think about that shit. Like, yo, like, the shit is just... people need to open up their minds, open up their eyes. I just, and I think that a lot of younger people who are, who have their great grandparents in their life and their grandparents in their life, y'all need to go and sit down and have a conversation with them about what history was like for them growing up. Because I feel like when you start to hear it from your own family, or when you start to hear the history of your own family, what they went through, and they'll tell you what your especially your great grandmother, because I feel like, so my grandmother was 38, 1938. Can you imagine what like your great greats went through? Like, that was in the midst of some real shit, like. And when I think about that, that's the part that I think about. Yeah, now as in America, we can do whatever we want. The sky is the limit. We can't, where there's no segregations, there's, like, we have opportunities. I can definitely say that. There can be still some different treatments based on race. There are different treatments, but still, I feel like we have more of an advantage than maybe our great grands. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have what we have now. So there's always that, but when you think back to, like, damn, they didn't have that opportunity, that should be something that opens up your mind and go, you know what? I'm going to go forward with that, and I'm going to better myself, and I'm going to touch into those areas in which, they couldn't do. It's crazy too, because even with my grandmother now, like she's 80 on my dad's side, my grandmother Eunice, love her to death. I wonder if she watches me. Hey grandma, and I was but even with her, and like even with me, and like how I'm so like, you know, business and I'm all that, it's kind of different for her. And you know, it's different now. Women are more like business owners, and they're more like independent, they push. It's different, you know, than time when she was growing up. They didn't really, women weren't really like that, you know. So it's always fun to kind of different generations, and kind of just having that conversation of different things. And you know, like, you just really, really, really have to have that conversation, do your research, open up your eyes, and take a look at what's going around. Because you're only cheating yourself if you're not getting that. You're only cheating your fucking self. You're only living in your own la la land, and you know, and all of that. And then who was it? I was talking to a couple months ago when there was something else about, I guess, police brutality. Police brutality. I can't even keep up anymore with the amount of black people that are dying at the hands of law enforcement. But I was telling her about how one of my coworkers, I was telling her about how it could end up becoming violent, because I feel like how much of, you know, people seeing what's going on, how much of that are they just gonna not do anything and sit back, you know? And then she's like, well, violence shouldn't be the answer to it. And, you know, and I was like, I understand that. But at the same time, people can be fed up, you know, especially if it comes to being, you know, people are constantly killed. And, I mean, you can get fed the fuck up with shit like that. Like, fed the fuck up. So then, there was something else, because I told her, I was like, well, you know, I didn't vote, you know. And because I just feel like, until the system is for us, what's the point in voting? It's not for us. I feel like, you know, especially with the whole Hillary with the fucking hot sauce in her bag and shit. Like, a lot of times a lot of these politicians just say shit to get the numbers. They don't really care about you. They don't really care about, you know. And then she's like, well, our ancestors didn't fight for you not to vote. And I was like, no, I totally understand that, but they also didn't fight for us to continue having injustice. Like, they didn't fight for us to continue to go, oh yeah, go ahead and vote, even though the shit don't matter for you, even though you're still gonna be treated like shit. No, they wanted the right to vote in order for us to have a voice. But I still feel like at times we don't have a voice. We still don't have a voice. Right? So there's just a lot of different perspectives on it. People have their own perspectives on it, but you just really have to just really just, you know, fucking stupid people. Like, people are just fucking idiots, yo. Like, idiots, yo. But I mean, hey, how I feel about it is this: let them run around, and then they took off their little hoods. The fuckers, and showed their faces, and I was like, damn. And people were putting up little shit on Facebook like, this is so and so, somebody go find him. I was like, damn. But yeah, they revealed their faces though. That was a bold move, I'm gonna say. A bold move. But yeah, it's just the shit that is going on. The shit that is going on. But I'm not surprised, and I feel like this is something that America did to themselves. Like, I mean, they fucking did it to themselves. Like, how are you gonna do something like that in history, and then all of a sudden now it's an issue when shit backlashes constantly? We're forever. And I feel like until that group of people, I feel like it's always going to be an issue, regardless. There's people who are always going to be racist. You can't fucking cut that shit out with a knife. There are people that are always going to be racist. That's just life. You're going to have people who don't like you. You're going to have your own people that don't like you and want to be on the white side or whatever side they want to be on. But my thing is this: that mass group of people like the KKK, what their history is known for, why the fuck are they still standing? Oh, let me guess, because I forgot this part. Because, well, they say a lot of them are embedded in, a lot of them are like in power and things of that sort, but that shit needs to be cut off at the head. What did you say, girl? Erica, what you say? that's what I'm saying. Just retweet a video of brutality and discrimination mean no one. If means nothing. I can't talk. Hold on. Means nothing if no one is fed up and stand up together. Correct. And I think a lot of times people are just getting away. And I mean, it's crazy now because even as we see it, you still see it like this, right? Now that we have technology and it's an amazing thing, and we are able to film it, get them caught in the motherfucking action of shit, it still don't mean nothing. If that does not smack you in the fucking face, I don't know what the fuck will. Like, who was the man? Oh, I can't remember his damn name. That video, I think that video right there disturbed me so much. The man at the liquor store in Louisiana. Was it in Louisiana? And the cop was on top of him and shot him point blank in the chest. What was his name? I forgot his name. Like that shit right there, that shit fucking was like, that shit hit it for me. I was like, what? And then who was it? The other guy that had the severed spine? Like, how the fuck do you sever somebody's spine? Like, what the fuck were you doing to somebody that you sever their spine? Like, it's just like when you think about all these things, and like I said, we have technology now, and like things can be caught on TV, caught on cell phone, and people still don't, they get off, paid leave, all that good stuff. It's still, it's like a big fuck you in your face. Like, yeah, we saw it, but fuck you. We're still gonna do what we want. Like you can't look around that. That's something that I feel you can't look around. You can't, you can't just dust off your shoulder and be like, oh, it's just okay. Well, we trust them. What we saw in the video. Just don't look at that. What we saw in the video, we must have just been having our own mind. We must have been out of our mind that day. I think I was tired. I didn't have my coffee, So yeah, we're just gonna believe them and just move on. And then it happens again, and it happens again, and it happens again, and it happens again, and then it's just like, what? Like, y'all, I don't understand. Like, And then the whole thing with Kaepernick, am I saying his name right? Kaepernick. But you know what though? I kind of want to know how many people are still going to watch the NFL after this. How many people are still going to tune in to these lovely NFL games? Because a lot of black people, well, they do watch football, and when all that shit goes on, they're really into it. And when you start to see like somebody who takes a stand, you got those who take a stand over some shit, and you got those that are like, sit down. Do you want to get paid? You got the other black people. Sit down. You don't want to get paid? They'll do anything for that money. They'll do anything for that money, even if it is being a clown and just being entertainment. They'll do whatever for that money. They have no type of backbone, no type of stand up, no type of rights. So nothing at all. So it's like, so you got somebody who stands up and goes, no, this shit is not right, and you got the other one, sit your ass down. You want to get that money? Oh my god, like, y'all know what I mean. Like, they'll do anything for that cash. They may even dance. Like, y'all, this shit is ridiculous. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Like, it comes a point where you have to stand up. And I think if you are somebody who is influential and you have a big platform and you are somebody who has it made, why can't you stand up? Why can't you, well, contracts and shit like that as well, of course. But if you see somebody leading, right, you got him, he stood up for his shit and he went with it. Why don't they back that move? Like, why don't they back him? Like, because they want that money. Yeah, because forces in numbers, that means a lot. Like, if the whole team was to be like, hey, I'm on that side of it, I'm just gonna roll. We not pledging allegiance, none of that. Like, but then the crazy thing too, okay, y'all, my mind is going this morning. We gonna talk about it because it's real life. He does that, right? Kaepernick does not decide to pledge or anything. And motherfuckers gave him a hard time, yo. All types of fuckery hard time. And then you got these motherfuckers, the KKK out here doing whatever the fuck they want. And nobody is in their ass. Nobody's in it. They've been rallying and doing all this shit. They do all this shit out here in these streets. And nobody fucking... I mean, people give them a hard time, of course, because there becomes people that are fighting and all that type of shit. But it's just like... Oh my God. Like... It's so backwards to me. It's so backwards to me. But the proof is in the pudding. Like, the proof is in your face. The shit is written on the wall. And I feel like in this age and right now, if you cannot see it, then that shit got you completely brainwashed. Everybody got you completely brainwashed. Like, you just walking around like a zombie. You don't care what happens or any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just quiet sitting in the corner and it doesn't even move you. Especially, like, I feel like, too, if you are a black person, you have children that are black, or if you have siblings that are black, like, yo, like, that shit should fucking move you. Like, you should have some type of movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The shit is crazy to me. Like, but not everybody is on that same mental flow. Not everybody is awake. Not everybody is paying attention. Not everybody... some people are just concerned about themselves. And I said this before. Unless it happens to somebody close to you, your mama, your brother, your sister, your child, people really don't give a fuck. People really don't care. They're quiet. They don't say anything. They're not even on the opposing side. They have no type of fucking opinion. They just sit there like a fucking zombie, just like whatever, you know. And then when something happens to them or somebody close to them, then it's, oh, I didn't know I was going to be treated like this, or I didn't know that was going to happen to them, because you've been asleep the entire time. You know what I mean? So another thing too, I was watching a little clip on Facebook, right? Donald Trump was being awfully real, though. I have to say one thing about him. When he was doing a news conference or something. He was on TV or whatever. And I caught a clip of something he was saying, and he was like, you know, well, George Washington had slaves, so we're going to remove his statue. And I kind of was like, damn, he went there. Like, damn, he said it. Like, but he was like, and that's one of the things too about him. Like, he put that shit out there though. And then you start to think like, damn, he just admit, like, he was straight up. Usually a lot of people want to protect the images of presidents, and they don't want to, like, you know, they don't want to, like, do shit like that. But he was like, George Washington had slaves, or we're gonna remove him. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, the shit was hold on. But that's just the reality of it though, and a lot of people don't realize. He was like, George Washington had slaves, and Thomas Jefferson, and he's like, are we gonna, like, remove them? And that's where I was like, damn, he went there. And that's one of the things about Trump. I don't believe in everything, but I was like, he just kept it 100%. Like, he just kept it 100% real, because I don't think any other body would have went there. But he just said that shit, like, on TV, and it's the truth. Keep in mind, these presidents years ago, they had slaves as well. History of America. But let's not forget the history of America, and let's not, you know, look over the history of America. Let's not sweep it underneath the fucking carpet, history of America. Let's not just think, oh, well, black people are holding on to what happened in the past, and this country was never for us. What about that don't you guys understand? This country was never for us. We weren't here to enjoy the benefits of the country. We were here hold on, let me think about this one. We weren't here to enjoy the benefits of the country. You know how in 2017 you have people from all over the world coming to America to get benefits, to get a better life, to live the American dream, right? That wasn't our case when we came to this country. When we were brought to this country. We were brought here to serve, to work, to be abused, to be treated. Well, we didn't ask to be abused, but we were brought here to be treated like fucking animals. We were not brought here to have that life. And I think people have to fucking understand that coreness behind the history of America when it comes to slavery. I mean, that's what it was, you know? And I mean, this shit hurt my soul. I think, if anything, nobody should ever be treated like that. Like, if you are a human, nobody should ever be treated like that. But when you think about the history of America and how it was, and the, what is it called? How can I forget this? Lynch syndrome. What's it called? Lynch. What is it called? Lynch. The guy who came up with the whole strategy on how to break down the black family. The Willie Lynch. Why can't I think of it? The Willie Lynch. I can't think of it. But that, and how to break down the black family and how to get them to do. You know, like, when you think about shit like that, somebody strategically came up with a way to break us down. Like, yo, right, in this country, as free as it may seem, it's still not for us. It's, if what you're seeing now all over social media doesn't tell you that, I don't know what will. Like I said, girl, Erica, everybody's not woke. Everybody is not. They feel like, oh, as long as I'm living in my own little life and my life is going the way that I'm just living, you know, I'm getting up in the morning and I'm just, you know, drinking my coffee and I'm just going to work and I'm driving my car and I got my lipstick on. I'm so silly. But, you know, they just feel like the shit doesn't affect them until it happens to them personally or somebody they know. Then they're on the Channel 7 News crying their eyes out, talking about I didn't know this was going to happen to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But that's where I think a lot of like the history and stuff, it needs to be talked about. And I feel like even as parents of a black children, there needs to be that constant history reminder, because I feel like a lot of kids don't even know shit. Like, I think a lot of kids don't even know nothing. Like, they don't talk about like slavery. What's that? Segregation? What's that? Those are conversations that need to be talked about. History needs to never be forgotten, and they need to know how we got here and what we became from and where we came from. And, you know, we need that education, and that needs to always, you know, but instead, I'm gonna say it because it came to mind. Instead, it's like Jordan on your feet. I'm gonna buy you Jordans, and we're gonna get the newest phone for you, and we're gonna just act like we got it, but we don't got it, and you don't know nothing about your history, and you don't know anything, but we're just gonna make you look pretty. I just, there's different things that need to be installed with children in this time and in this age. And that's why I say I think it's important that you talk to your great grandparents and you talk to your great grandparents if they're still living, and you just have those conversations with them. See what it was like back when they were, you know, children, or when their mothers were raising them, and what they saw, what they experienced. And I think all of that is very important. And to Google, everybody has a fucking phone nowadays. Tell your kid to Google Thomas Jefferson. Tell your kid to Google the history of fucking America, slavery, segregation, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman. Like, give them a phone and have them do little, like, research the history, research things on Africa and what's going on in Africa now. Like, do your research. know your history, because I feel like the thing about Black people too is that we have been snatched from our own homeland, bought here, and installed a lot of shit, thrown in what we're supposed to be, or what, not what we're supposed to be, what they wanted us to be, which was fucking property, and giving different last names, and just making you learn a different language. And so a lot of people don't know where the fuck they come from. That's why they have all these mixed up things like, oh, well, I'm not black, or they just, I don't know, just a lot of miseducation and a lot of, not knowing where they come from. And it's sad. It's sad, but I think that conversation needs to happen. And Trump went there though. He was like, George Washington was a slave owner, and so was Thomas Jefferson. I was like, thank you, because nobody else is gonna go there. Thank you for going there, and thank you for saying that. And I mean, that is some shit that needs to be put out in the air, and he did it. And I'm like, what? Went there, girl. But it's the truth. Nobody wants to look at that truth though. Nobody wants to put that out there though. They just want to keep presidents as, presidents, people that were over the country. It will forever be a problem. Like, but this is the history of America. And until it is, fully laid out on the table, first of all, it needs to be fully laid out on the table. It doesn't need to be any covering of anything. It doesn't need to be any sweeping underneath the rug. No, talk about it. Be real about it. Put it out there about it. Like, acknowledge what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go on and on about this subject. Now, let's weave this same into something else that I recently was watching last night about Kim Kardashian. I don't know if you guys... Okay, first of all, let me put this out there first before we start talking about this. I don't support the Kardashians at all. I don't stand behind what they do. I don't like them. I don't watch them. I don't buy any of their makeup products. I don't support Kardashians in no type of way. Okay? Not at all. Neither do I support Jeffree Star. After seeing all the shit about him being racist and all that, I don't buy none of his products. You won't ever see me watching him. None of that shit. We don't get down, all right? So I was scrolling through my subscriptions, and I saw somebody doing a video on Kim Kardashian kind of backing up Jeffree Star. So I clicked and watched the video, and she was like, I don't know why you guys hold on to what people do in the past. And I guess she was kind of like defending, you guys can look it up on YouTube, but kind of like defending him and saying that his past is past. But it has been constant with him when I'm seeing things of him coming out and being racial. When he was saying throw battery acid on a dark skinned girl. No, sweetheart. No. And then there was this whole thing blowing up with why who was Kat Von D stopped working with him and things of that sort. But I was sitting here and I'm like, a woman who has black children. Wait, hold on. hold on. Kanye. Is he still black? Or did we change him? Do we have a draft? Did he get his car pulled? But you have black children, and for somebody who is ever, I think it doesn't matter, because that's the thing too about people that are racist. Even with the whole KKK situation, they're like, oh, we're not supremacists, we're just something else. Why would you come out and back that up? Why would you come out? Y'all, like, the whole shit just, but I'm just like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I don't even understand anyway. A lot of times, part of me is like, I'm totally confused. But I don't know why you guys are just like holding on to somebody with her fake tits that are getting makeup put on them. I don't know why you guys are like backing them up. Like, stop hurting somebody with their past. And sound like a fucking dumbass to me. Like, but then again, money is money, and money will make people do a lot of things and overlook a lot of things. People will become dumbasses for money. People will become dumbasses for money. Like, I'm gonna pay you $1 million. Oh my god, like, where am I? Are we in, like, is it like Wednesday or is it Monday? Money will make you go dumb, like, in a quick second. You won't have any values. You won't have any backbone. You won't have any opinions. You will be somebody's bitch when it comes to money. I'm telling you. No, we don't want Kanye. He can dip over there to the Caucasians. I'm like, did we do a draft with Kanye? Did we draft that ass? Like, did we draft him? Is he bye-bye? Because, yo, after getting involved with that, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. And no idea. Ay. But yeah, I'm just like, and I've never understood how people even kind of continue to support, like, even with the whole Jeffree Star situation, and I see people still buying his makeup and palettes and shit, and I'm looking at them like, you know he not for you, right? But you buying his shit. Oh, let me guess. Oh, okay. I don't want to use that C word. I don't want to use it. Starts with a C, ends with an N. I don't want to use it. I try not to use that word, but Glitter Bird. Hi, Glitter Bird. You're a new one. Glitter Bird. But it's just, y'all, the shit is just all the way turned around backwards when you just think about it. You know, and this is the thing too, I think about, like, with us here in society, social media, all that shit, we just are so brainwashed. We don't want to look at shit. We want to just fit in a lot of times. And I think that fitting in is just what you want. So of course, I feel like she's going to come out and back him up, because I think it's because he says something negative about her makeup brand or how she swatched it. Jeffree Star some negative about. And so of course, she probably wants to make sure that the biggest influencers are saying positive shit about her brand so that she can continue to make money. So of course, she's going to come out and be like, oh my god, you guys, that was the first time I ever swatched anything before in my life. And I don't know why you guys are bringing us stuff in the past when it comes to Jeffree Star. And like, that shit's gonna make you, you're gonna do whatever you want for that money. Oh, excuse me. Burp. Excuse me. You're gonna do whatever you want for that money. But y'all, it's just, money will make you do it. Money will make you do it. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I still don't even understand how people make that motherfucker. I still don't even understand how people make her famous. Made her famous for what? Make me famous, sweetheart. Make me famous. I have so much but they don't want the positive people to become famous. They want the robots to become famous. I feel like that too. Like, there are a lot of people that you see out there that are famous and are put to the front. They are the most stupidest fucking people. Like, not okay. Let me wheel that in real quick, because I don't want to step out of bounds on this one. But they put a lot of people that are just like, they do what they're told. Like, they have no, like, kickback at all. It's like, make sure you get the younger girls to follow you, and they just want to be like you and do whatever that means. If you put an ass picture up on there, let's get an ass picture up there. You know, put that out there on Instagram real quick and tell them to love themselves. We gotta keep you in the loop. We gotta keep you relevant. So, what can we do? Shimmy. What can we do? Yeah, I don't know. The shit is weird. Shit is just. What are you guys' thoughts though? Like, I really don't like to follow a lot of the shit that goes on, especially in like with a lot of famous people, like super famous people or whatever. Like, I'm not into their lives. I'm not into following them and watching their little fake ass TV shows, and I'm not into all of that. I'm not into all of that. and being obsessed over people. Y'all, I'm gonna have to get up off of here at 10 o'clock because I gotta go to the post office. I got shit I need to do. I was supposed to go to the post office at 9 o'clock. But I decided to come on and talk to you guys a little bit. And I gotta edit. Ooh, I'm gonna be editing. I'm editing a makeup tutorial. It'll be up later on today. I wanted to get it up this morning, but time has gotten away from me. So I will be putting up a makeup tutorial and before the end of the day is up. It'll be going up before the end of the day. Before the end of the day is up, it will be going up. Yeah. But you guys know what? I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit, but I just thought I'd come on here and I talk about the issues that are going on. I feel like it is important, especially as somebody, I mean, we're all human, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like what we're seeing and what I'm seeing is not going on, because I know a lot of people don't like to talk about, I know a lot of people sometimes on YouTube as well don't like to talk about controversial problems because they don't want to offend anybody or they don't want to lose subscribers. And my thing is this: don't be fake. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be real. I'm going to come out and I'm going to speak. And I feel like a lot of my viewers, I mean, you guys already know that. And I feel like we have to be real and have a voice, especially if you have a platform of what's going on today. Like, it's real. It's in your face. And I don't care about hurting anybody's feelings, and I don't care about somebody not liking what I'm saying if it's the truth. And you guys know I'm all about speaking the truth, yo. Like, I will put it out there and I will not care, and it is factual. It's facts. So if you don't like the truth and you don't like the facts and the point that it's like, damn, that's how it is, well then I don't know what to tell you, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you and come on camera and be like, there's nothing going on in the world today, you guys. Just me and my beauty here. And I'm going to show you guys this lovely maracuja oil. Oh my gosh, I'm a fucking fool. Y'all, it's nonstop with me. You can't take me nowhere, okay? But it's true. Like, I'm not that type of person. I have an opinion. I have a brain. I have a backbone. And I'm going to put that out there for you guys. Like, that's just me. So I'm going to give you guys the facts on this maracuja oil. But at the same time, I'm going to spit y'all some real shit on what's going on in this world and my opinion on it. Y'all can see me do makeup all day. But at the end of the day, I do have a brain. You know, I do see what's going on in this world. And I'm going to speak upon it. Especially when it's something that is a part of my own history. You know what I'm saying? You know, the history of my own people, you know, my greats. And even from this point on to the future, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I have children, if I, you know, it's all important. It's all affecting me in a way. So, y'all know me. I'm going to keep it real. We're going to keep it pushing. And we're going to enjoy it. So, before I wrap this up, there's a couple of things that I want to say. You guys, make sure you guys are turning on your notifications. I am having my 2,000 subscriber pop-up giveaway going on to the end of this month. I already put up 2 of my giveaways. If you missed them, backtrack. They are pop-up giveaways for a reason. They will not say giveaway in the title. They will not say giveaway in the description. I did pop-up giveaways that way because I want to see who's really watching the videos. And I really want to get to those who really watch me. Okay, so I was like, I'm not, and then I was gonna put the information for the giveaway in the description bar, but I'm like, no, because I don't want nobody scrolling through the description and being like, oh, there's a giveaway here, and then just watch it for the giveaway. No, my 2,000 subscriber giveaway are pop-up giveaways, definitely. So if you are entering those pop-up giveaways and you are, you know, being a part of that, just make sure you're turning on your notifications so that at the end of the month, when I put up the giveaway, you guys will know what's going on. You're a new Glitterbird. Hey Glitterbird girl, how you doing? Welcome to the fam bam. Hello girl. I like newbies. I love newbies, and I love my old schoolers too. I love you all. But yeah, so if you're new, I will leave actually for this live, I will leave all the information down below in the description bar. But also too, if you just scroll through my videos, scroll down, the video for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway is not that far, so you'll run right into it. If you're scrolling through my videos, it's like, you know, there, so you can watch that and get all the details on it. And then just make sure you are watching and staying tuned, because I am doing the rest of my giveaways. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do it, because I am a little behind on them, and y'all know it's already the 16th of the month. So all right, so keep in mind for that. What else did I want to say? Before I wrap this up. Thank you for subscribing, Glitterbird. Thank you, girl. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. And also, if you guys have any video suggestions for me, please, 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 you can email them to me. My email is in the description box. You can, well, on here I don't really check my direct messages, so I think if you want to get in contact with me, my email is the best way to go. If you guys have any questions, my email is the best way to go. I was thinking about doing a Q&A, so that would probably be kind of fun. Or you guys can comment your in my videos. If you guys have any questions, you guys can always leave your comments down below, or your suggestions down below in the comment section. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. And also too, if you guys want to see what's going on with me for a daily basis, just make sure you follow me on Instagram at Euniycemari. It's spelled the same way here on YouTube, together. And yeah, so that's that. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be going ahead and I'm going to be wrapping this up, and then stay tuned because I will have a makeup tutorial coming up later on today. So yes, let me go ahead and run off to the post office and get myself going for today. So you can do a fashion blog. You know what, I was thinking about doing a fashion blog. I have a friend who has I know a friend who has a fashion line, or actually, well, an old schoolmate who has a fashion line, and I was thinking about getting some pieces from her and kind of like collabing, or kind of, you know, doing something that's like fall fashion forward. I do want to add fashion into the mix. I just figuring out how to do it, setting up my camera, doing like a major like backdrop. There are some things that I am thinking about with that, because I do like fashion as well. Fashion was my first love before beauty, so I do want to kind of like mesh that in there as well. So that is a great option, and I am working on getting that into my mix of things. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. This is your girl Euniycemari. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in a later video. Bye.